Alright, so now we're here in the upper portion of the South Hyrule Field, and if you look on your map by pressing the 1 button, you should have a golden wolf head right out here near the southern entrance to Castletown. The Howling Stone for this particular hidden skill was in the Faron Woods, just outside the entrance to the Sacred Grove. It's kind of hard to miss, so I have a hard time believing any of you did, but that's where it is. So if you did not snag it before, you want to head there real quick. We can now teleport to Faron, and then, go all the way to the entrance of the Sacred Grove, and you will find that Howling Stone. Once you approach the Golden Wolf, you want to transform into your Hylian form, and then approach the Golden Wolf, who will attack you once again. As usual, we will appear inside this misty area with Hyrule Castle in the background, and the Golden Wolf will transform back into his undead Hylian form. Like all the other times we've seen him, we will have to perform the last hidden skill that we learned before he will teach us the next one. In this case, that is the back slice. You want to Z-target him, roll to the side twice, and then swing your Wiimote to perform a spinning attack which slashes him from behind. Once you've done it successfully, he will congratulate you and teach you the next hidden skill, the Helm Splitter. So this is the 4th out of 7 hidden skills found in the game, and it's pretty easy to perform as well. The Hero's Shade explains that some enemies are heavily armored but will also move around very quickly, so it's hard to use hidden skills such as the backslice against them, so the Helm Splitter is probably your best option in that case. But it's also nice because it leads to a great combo for other sword attacks. So to perform this hidden skill, you want to Z-target your opponent, punch forward with a nunchuck to use a shield attack, press A really quickly to perform a Helm Split while they're still stunned, and then follow up with regular sword slashes from behind. This is a great combo, and it will allow you to get a lot of sword slashes in just a short amount of time. This is a great addition to our arsenal, and it's a little excessive and unnecessary for most enemies in the game, but there are a few in particular that are a real pain to get past their defenses, so this move is really nice to have, and it'll be very useful for some of the quickly approaching dungeons where there are some tricky enemies that we'll be facing here soon. So that is the 4th hidden skill, and if you are still missing some of them thus far, feel free to check out our Howling Stone guide on our website, which will show you how to get the other 3 that you may have missed. You should at least have the ending blow because you are forced to have that one. But yeah, there's the shield attack and the backslice and the Helm Splitter that we now have as well. So next you want to go ahead and warp over to Castletown. You could actually go through Castletown itself, but that takes a little bit longer. It's just a little bit easier to just teleport there. Anyway, you'll notice that now we have the Master Sword. It actually takes less hits to defeat enemies, but that also means that now there are harder enemies where there are weaker or no enemies before, such as in Hyrule Field. There's a lot of harder enemies that are out here before. This makes things a little bit more exciting, and it also gives us a good chance to play around with our hidden skills. So this is really cool, actually. Bear in mind that now we also have the Claw Shot, so there are a ton of things that are now available to us that we will be gathering throughout this chapter. One of them is that there's a golden bug in this area we did not grab before. You want to head over to the northeast corner of this area where you will find a little ledge with vines growing off it. You want to use your Claw Shot to latch onto it and climb up where you will find a patch of flowers off to the left that has the female butterfly. We already grabbed the male butterfly a few chapters back that was also in this area a little bit to the south. So if you did not grab him yet, then go ahead and do that. So with that, we're going to go ahead and talk to Minda and warp over to Lake Hylia, where we actually want to go enter the Lanayru Spring, where we saw the Spirit of Light, Lanayru. There's actually a hidden heart piece in that area, yay! That we were unable to get before, but now that we have the Claw Shot, we can access a new area that is in the back. So head all the way over here to enter the Lanayru Spring. So once inside, you want to transform back into your Hylian form and go along the left wall. You'll come to some water, but straight across there are some vines that are over there that we could not access before. You want to latch onto them using your Claw Shot and climb up to get to this new ledge. Walk forward and you'll see a door up ahead that looks a lot like the ones from the Forest Temple. It has a different design on it and all. It looks like a wave, I guess. But run forward and you will see that there are all these like serpent statues in here, I guess. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. But run forward and you'll see a bunch of small treasure chests. There are 2 of them, and one of them contains a blue rupee, which is worth 5, and the other one contains 5 bombs. Nothing too exciting. However, you will notice there are 2 unlit torches here. Whip out your lantern and light both of them to solve this typical Zelda puzzle. And in Twilight Princess in particular, this is kind of a common thing, but this will create a large chest that contains a piece of heart. If you've been following the walkthrough thus far, this should be your 19th piece of heart. Yay! That's all we needed to do here, so you should talk to Minda and warp back to Lake Hylia. Who'd have thought? You can walk out of the spring and all, but it's faster to simply warp there, so I recommend just doing that. It'll save us some time. So once you get here, you want to head over to the southeast corner. You want to cross this little bridge, and you'll come to a ladder. So you want to transform back into your Hylian form to be able to climb up this ladder and reach a new area of Lake Hylia, this upper area that we have yet to be in, actually. There's a cavern off to the right that we will enter here in just a moment, but first you want to veer off to the left, where you will find a Howling Stone on this ledge that kind of pokes out over the water. So you want to transform back into a wolf and press A to listen to the song with the stone that was whistling or whatever. And then you want to howl the song back to it. So once you have figured out the tune, the timing for this one is a little bit odd too, compared to, you know, some of the other ones we've done earlier. They're going to steadily get harder. Anyway, but once you have finally played the song, you hold down the A button and move the analog stick to play the song once you think you have it. And as always, you will take us to this misty world above the landmarks in Hyrule, where we can howl along with the Golden Wolf. Now the song that is played here is the Goron Lullaby from Majora's Mask for the Nintendo 64. So the locations of these, these Golden Wolf places that when we howl the stones, it reflects where we will find the Golden Wolf. So, as you can see from these giant fancy pillars in the distance, which you probably don't even recognize yet, we're in an odd location. So this is because the Golden Wolf's location for this particular Howling Stone is deep within the Gerudo Desert, which is a province that we haven't even entered yet. So we will actually be going there here in the next chapter, but that is a little ways off. So as always, if you missed some of the Howling Stones, you can always check out our Howling Stone guide on our website, which will help you find all the stones as well as the Golden Wolf locations. So, like I say, we won't actually be seeing this particular Golden Wolf for quite some time, but he's pretty much like right in our path, so we will be getting that. It's kind of hard to miss once you get there. So we'll then return to Lake Hylia, and once again you'll see that the Golden Wolf is in this province that we don't even have access to yet. So once that is finally done, you want to turn around and start heading towards this cliffside where you will find a large boulder blocking a cave. As I said earlier, you could have tackled this cave before, but I'm doing this now at this point. I'm going to use a bomb to gain access to the cavern, and I will tackle it in the next video since I'm running low on time in this one. See you guys inside.